I want to talk to you about matching the demographic of your reader, etc., to that of your advertiser. In other words, you're doing your advertiser a disservice if you're putting them in the wrong magazine. So there are hundreds of incredible media placement companies out there. They are agencies, ad agencies, that all they do is decide where to place their clients' advertising. And the reason they do that, and the reason they exist in the first place, is because advertising can be totally wasted if it's in the wrong medium. So, for example, if you have a cigar magazine, okay, you're not going to advertise in a cigar magazine a health food shop or a vitamin shop, because people who smoke cigars are not really that interested in their health. If you have a motor mechanics magazine or a firearm magazine, let's say you've got Handgun International and it's a firearm magazine, you're not going to have a washing powder advertisement in a firearm magazine, because guys who go out and shoot guns are not interested in washing powder. So you need to have the first thing is there need to be a kind of an assimilation between the advertising and the publication itself. Otherwise, you're doing your client a disservice. So you must remember that whenever you are building up your market, etc., certain clients are very well informed and very clever, so they'll just laugh at you. You'll make a fool of yourself if you approach them for advertising and it doesn't suit your publication. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to caution you about is the quality of advertisement can bring down the personality or the character of a publication, the reputation of a publication. For example, we have in South Africa, we have a group of clubs, men's clubs, called Teasers. So if I take a Teasers ad and I put it in one of my businessmen magazines, etc., even though the marketing's correct in that, because businessmen go to these clubs or whatever, it's a bad reflection on my publication. You've got to have ethically and morally, you've got to have a sort of a line that you draw where you exclude certain advertisers, etc. So the two important things to remember with advertising is, number one, is it suitable for your publication? Whatever you're advertising, is it the right market? And number two, is it ethically, morally, etc.? Does it in any way stain the character of the magazine to have that advertisement? For example, a brilliant example is we do tourism magazines, and in a tourism magazine you don't want an advertisement from a hunting farm, because tourists in general are conservationists, etc. So a hunting farm goes against the grain of that. And conversely, in a hunter's magazine, you don't want advertising from an eco place, etc., etc., for the wives to go while the husband hunts, because that also... Anyway, I think you're getting the picture. So 2 points. Number one, remember to match the market. Your advertising, the product or service must match your magazine's personality or market, in other words, the reader's personality. And number two, you need to, on top of that, make sure that you don't stain the reputation of your magazine, etc., with some not suitable advertising.